Shipbreaker. Overnight genetic backup complete. Pattern deviation nominal. Have a good day.
Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing? I slept for the first time in nearly a week. I don't mean like 7 days straight with no sleep or something, but I got 13 hours of sleep out of 96. So 4 days, I got 13 total hours of sleep. It was fun. That's a word I'll use. I don't want to do that again anytime soon. Truly. Let's grab those. Might as well. And let's pick out a new ship. But yeah, it was a lot. No, we aren't going to do a big ship today. I don't have it in me. But yeah, I needed that. I'm still really tired, but I slept for 12 hours. I went to sleep at 5 p.m. Last night. What? Why did that break that so much? Yeah, I went to sleep 5 p.m. last night and woke up at 4:58 this morning. Wait, did that disappear? Yeah, it clipped through and went all the way away. Okay, whatever. I guess that antenna's just gone. Yeah, that's kind of bullshit that it just did that. The hitbox should be active at all times. Like, there's no reason not to. But yeah, we went out, picked up stuff, got groceries and everything, and what? How would that do that? Oh, wow. Fun timing on that. How would that even do that? Okay. How did that hit the front of me? Like, I get it hit me. Like, that was my own fault. But how did that hit the front of my... Whatever. But yeah, I went to sleep, and... Because yesterday our internet went out, thanks to the lovely Comcast, and since it came back, we're getting 50 meg down, which is great in some areas, but when you're paying for gigabit, and that costs $210 a month. Oh my god, this is the second... Oh. Yeah, I had no chance at that. I didn't even know I was still going when that happened.
Your vital signs have been lost.
Whoops.
Please reboot your monitor.
I don't know why that happened. Because it was in front of me when I pushed it. And I don't get why. I don't 100%.
I will say one thing. You certainly ain't afraid of dying. Keep this up and you'll never pull yourself out of debt.
I'm not gonna lie, something feels off with the physics. Like, this feels like something is very wrong with the push, because that is 2 times in a row that I have pushed something and it has immediately smacked me in the face and killed me. Kind of bullshit feeling, but maybe I'm just fucking something up and it's always been like this and I'm just not realizing or something. I don't know, but it feels a little bit bullshitty. There's some jank, I will say. There's definitely some jank. Damn it. No. Alright, well, we've died now, so, you know, I don't really know what else to do from here. I guess we'll, just start cutting this ship apart and deal with the fact that our debt probably is higher than it was before we started this. Also, we're coming up on the end. I'm still going to do 28 episodes, so the 29th will be the last one, but this month went by fairly quickly. But I will definitely not be doing this game again for CNC. I'll still be playing it on my own time all the time. Like, I genuinely play this like once a day. But it's just not a good game for CNC at all. So I have come to the acceptance that there will only be one Halloween video on Halloween Day. I will not be able to do anything else. I'm barely going to get this one done because I need to film a completely different game because I know where a ton of the scares are in the opening couple hours of the game I was planning on doing. So that kind of takes away anything about that, you know? Like I don't Twitch act or YouTube act or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, I'm not gonna sit and play up my reactions to things. So playing a horror game that I have already played through at least a chunk of, and trying to force myself to jump or whatever at specific things that happen just isn't gonna work. And I don't really know how else I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Let's see if this somehow bounces back and kills me. But yeah, I don't know. I have to figure out a new game, and I have really a week to get it completely done. 6 days to get it completely done, and still up early out for patrons. I really wanted it up. I wanted at least the first one up like a couple weeks before it was supposed to go out. But with all of the problems that I had, there is just no fixing it, and I have to figure out a new game. So, yeah.
Account credit applied.
Oh, I was about to say, is that the one with the computer attached to it? It is.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
But yeah, so sorry in advance. I will not be able to live up to what I had promised on that, but also partially out of my control, partially because I was playing with the new software and it screwed me over. My lack of knowledge and practice with it is what did it. Okay, let's see if this kills me. Okay, didn't hit me that time.
Valuable object processed. Credits deposited.
Let's do that one like that. I'd really rather not get killed, so...
Raw material processed. Credits deposited.
Oh. That's the reactor.
Salvage secured.
You know, at least I've never made a reactor go critical.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Oh yeah, a few days from now, the Factory Must Grow returns, because Update 4 is out. I've already gotten myself up to the point to where I have trains, but I have not built a permanent base. I'm still in my temp starter base. So we can start that from a reasonable point without having to worry about it being, 100 plus hours of recording to get to where I should be. So I've only gotten to trains. I have not gone past,
Credits deposited.
what is that? 5, 6 or 4, 5? I don't remember. I'm on to the... I have not even started working on the stuff that goes up to the space elevator for that. Whatever the one after the trains ones are.
Valuable object processed. Credits awarded. Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
I'm thinking about that broken visor from earlier, and it's like, I've never seen that. I didn't know you could break it past just a little hole. That was actually horrifying because it turns red and is just... Oh. I thought I was dead, and I just gave up and was like waiting for the respawn, and then I realized I'm like, oh, I can move. Oh shit. I might have actually made it if I had been looking before that. Oh well. Huh, I just noticed that electricity was still flowing through the
Salvage secured. Credits
thing until I
deposited.
cut the cut points, so I guess the wiring for the panels is in the cut points itself. Makes sense considering those are the only conjoining things on the panels to the rest of the ship, but
Valuable
I
object
suppose I just hadn't thought of it.
deposited.
You know, I always find the reaction that people have to space to be interesting, like realizing how infinitesimal humans and Earth is. And I always found that comforting. And people find it disturbing. I've never understood that. Like, I've always found the fact that we are insignificant and small to be a comfort, because it means that in the end, our mistakes are insignificant and small and meaningless. But our accomplishments can still
Credits awarded.
do something major, you know? Like,
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I don't know. I've never found the concept of how minuscule we are in the grand scheme of the universe to be a bad thing. And not because I'm like, oh, humans are some virus that should be wiped out kind of person.
Credit applied.
Just, it comforts me to know that even if I screw up, it's okay, because, you know, does it really matter if I, like, said the wrong thing in 8th grade to somebody? No, because that moment that I'm remembering is infinitesimal in my own life, let alone in the grand scheme of human history, let alone in the grand scheme of universal history. Like, we don't, like, our time as a species, as thinking humans, it doesn't even register in terms of, like, if you just plotted out a line graph of major events, it wouldn't be a footnote even, because we have existed for such a short time in comparison to any, like, even things on our own planet. There are animals that exist right now that have basically remained unchanged in any grand way since before humans evolved, in, like, before, like, primates evolved, before anything like us could have happened. So what does it matter that I, like, said some cringy shit in 8th grade? Who cares? Like, that doesn't even register on the important things in my life thing, let alone the important things in the history of the entire universe. And I don't know, I've always found that comforting instead of disturbing. I'm just thinking about it because there was a, like, a, you know, those videos are like, hey, this is the scale of everything, check this out, like the scale of our world compared to the largest known body, like, that we've ever, like, recorded in the universe, that we've ever seen, kind of things. And I'm like, yeah, that's actually sick. And I looked at I looked at some of the comments, and, like, all the ones I saw were just talking about how it freaked them out and how that made them feel like nothing. And I'm like, isn't that a good thing? Like, I don't ever want to be important on a large scale. I want to be important to someone. Like, I want to be important to my husband, obviously. Like, I want Sam to think I am important, like I think he is important, but I don't want to be someone who's in a history book. I don't want a legacy on that scale. I want, when I go, for some friends to remember me. You know? I don't want to be remembered forever, because it's not you that they're remembering. Like, think about all the terrible people who have existed over time, and we remember them with holidays. Like, fucking Christopher Columbus obviously comes to mind, because that was recently, that Columbus Day and stuff, like, or what used to be Columbus Day. It's not actually, it's Indigenous Peoples Day, but still people talk about Columbus in some positive light, and it's like, dude was a fucking monster, but time has turned him into something else. And it does that with anybody, good or bad. It turns you into something you are not. It's just an idealized memory that someone wrote down and then everyone took as fact hundreds of years after you're dead. And there's no way to correct them on who you actually were. And I just don't want that. I don't want anything to do with being something or someone I am not to anyone. Which directly goes against the person who is talking to you right now, because this isn't even me. But also, the reason it's not me is very simple. I don't want this to be me. This is not insert actual name here. This is V's. This is Victoria. This is the person who you all know. And you will remember this person, if you do, in your own way, and that doesn't bother me, because eventually you won't remember me. Or you won't be here to remember me, so what do I care? Like, I'll be long gone before most anyone listening to this. And you'll remember the person speaking these words, but not the person I am. So remember my persona all you want, but you won't remember me. And that's the thing, like, yeah, sure, somebody might remember this person that's speaking right now 30 years from now or something. Highly doubt. But that's possible, and they might remember positive things. But it's not me they're remembering, and I'm okay with that. But with a legacy, like a long time of people remembering your name for hundreds of years, that's who you are to everyone. And I find the thought of that incredibly disturbing. I find having someone hundreds of years past anyone who could have known who I was is dead, talking about who I was as a person. You aren't Sam. Like, you don't know who I am, and I like it that way. You don't need to. And I hate the thought of someone speaking about me in a manner, positive or negative, in the future when no one could possibly correct them. Because I'm far from a perfect person, obviously. Like, I've never thought of myself as one. I've done a lot of really shitty, terrible things in my life, as has everyone. And I would never want those things to be diminished because someone wants to remember me fondly 300 years from now. No, remember me as a person. Remember me as this. But just know that you're not remembering me, you're remembering these. You're not remembering the person I am. And I think that's where it goes to, and I like that I am insignificant because of that. Like, the person I am doesn't matter. And I am happy that that is, because if I don't matter, my mistakes don't matter. And that's kind of really freeing in a way.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
I'm okay with not mattering.
Salvage gained. Credits awarded.
And I'm okay with being small and infinitesimal. Okay, now we just need to get rid of this and get the air filter out of there. Yeah, we're almost done. This is nice and quick. Just got the front end to take care of really quickly after this, but this went by nice and smooth. Oh, that is furnace. That is not what I thought it was. Whoops. Ooh. I think that's everything that needs to be taken out. Nope, there's an air filter on the other side. Okay. We'll cut that one out too. Is that also an air filter? Oh, jeez. Oh, and it's got a dang thing on the back too. That's okay. 5 is more than enough for how much I have left. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird in the way I feel about that stuff. I know I'm weird in my responses and feelings on a lot of things, so it would not surprise me that I am not in line with most people on that. which I'm okay with. I'm okay with how I feel about these things. So, if I am, I am.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
I wonder what that was. Did I just get something for... Huh. Oh, I think my cert went up. So we might get another chunk of story.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
Okay. Not much left. Let's clear off one wall and get everything out of here. I love that even the music canonically is a ploy by Lynx. That is brilliant writing. Because it's such good music for this exact kind of game. Like, this is the stuff that even I would probably listen to when working. Because this is the kind of shit that I listened to when I was working on an oil field. And it's good working music. Like, instrumental guitar and stuff like that just makes real good music to just do hard manual labor to. That's really all it is like, this is good music for work that leaves you real fucked up at the end of the day. And I'm not trying to glorify that kind of work. It's fucking awful, and God, it's just not worth the money. But when you're, in your extremely early 20s and somebody offers you $32 an hour, you typically take that, When you're in your early 20s, money in general is just one of those things. It's like, oh yeah, no, I'll fucking do. You want me to go do what? Yeah, sure. And you don't really start thinking about it until after that. I got more than enough, it's fine. And if I ain't got enough, that's also fine, because whatever. I can always get back there and get more. But I don't feel like stopping yet. We might actually finish this in under 45 minutes if I hurry. The shortest episode since that one that was also very, very short recently, but that was because I just needed to finish up like the front end of a ship. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't been thinking about mortality lately, but I've been thinking about my relationship specifically with this channel and people who watch it who don't personally know me, and like, I am okay being whoever the hell you think I am, because I know that's not who I am. Then I don't care. Also, the universe is just amazingly big. I love it. It's just so, like, we don't think about how big infinity is, And yes, there is probably an end at some point where the Big Bang has not spread out to. But we as a race will probably never see that, let alone understand it. And that's another thing I just find fascinating about it. Like, it is something that we will never truly be able to comprehend. And I'm okay with some things being mysteries. Sometimes a mystery is better than the actual solution. Sometimes I just think about something and I'm like, you know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know the answer to this, because it's probably not going to be as interesting as what I have in my head. And that's okay. Like, I'm really okay with that. You know what? It's not worth it. I can see how much is left. It's not worth it to do anything but just chuck this thing in there. Like, cutting out those panels is not worth the effort. So yeah, that's that. But I just think of, like, that right there canonically is a slip gate. There's no way to travel faster than the speed of light, so that must fold space-time.
Valuable
That
object
machine
processed. Credits
folds space-time. You know? That's awesome. I would love for that to be a real thing, but also that won't happen anytime within our lifetimes. Won't happen for another, you know, it won't happen in the next 10 generations' lifetimes. That's okay. I still think it's cool as shit. Surprised there's not, like, mining stuff on the moon. Because isn't there, like, a lot of helium and stuff on the moon? Or no. No, that's a different rock somewhere. Or is it? I don't remember. I honestly never really studied much about the moon. Like, I've looked at a lot of other planets and stuff, and, like, actually, like, I read a lot about space stuff. But the moon is not something I ever really read about. Anyway, let's grab our refill of parts for tomorrow and get on out of here.
Welcome to Vintage Room 9000. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your purchase. Thank you for your purchase.
Anyway, have a nice night, everybody. See you tomorrow.